I'm just getting my my stream set up and shared. I'll be ready in just a moment. All right, guys, I have eaten food. I'm all watered up, ready for some more filming. So that is the second time I've been at one of these events, and I was just starving and mentioning that I wished food would come out of heaven, and food came out of heaven for me. Someone started calling my name, and I look over and they're offering me sandwiches. I got a sandwich in my belly, and I am good to go. How you doing, bud? There's that golden guy up there. looks like the Patriots have blocked the road to prevent the police from driving their vehicles in here.
Just to let all you guys know, you cannot count on the BC Preacher to carry any of his merch with him. You cannot buy his shit unless you get online.
Citizen vehicles up here that are blocking the road from keeping the riot vehicles from coming in here. How you doing? Interesting. Let's get a picture of that and throw it up on Twitter.
Bless her heart. They try so hard. So when you hear the phrase, they're talking about uncertain times. What they're actually talking about?
Be tweeting for a second, guys.
Looks like the cops have confiscated private property over on the corner there. Looks like a crime scene. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure that's a private business. Looks like an unlawful assembly. Where's our porta potty? That is not a public space.
So shout out to Gator, Angry Gator. So that's just the way the Oregon State Capitol is. So you see this flag over here has got the Oregon flagpole has Oregon State flag, and then this flag over here flies the American flag and the prisoner of war flag. So some people thought that too, and then they pointed out the dual flagpoles. So we got the Oregon State flag on the right, and then the American and prisoner of war flag on the left. So, and then they also put an American flag up on the monument here. So this is, oh, we got a dude climbing up over here, ninja style.
Hell yeah! Bring it up here, can do one of those cones.
Sorry, I'm taking a picture. I should be focusing on this. I like that flag. It's kind of cool. 3%. We are everywhere. Team deplorable. Trump.
It's just really dirty. That's funny.
So I guess from what I heard is that there were a couple videos, or a couple of the windows from the front door of where we were entering earlier, that the windows there got broken. I'm not sure if that happened because of people getting pushed and squishing through there, or if people were smashing them. So. He's gonna place a Trump flag up on the top of this monument here.
You may need some assistance.
Can you get it down?
They're trying to throw a thing up. The boy needs help on the back. Oh, that's weird. This like settler thing, the mom's nipping like crazy, like full nip on this. That is a weird detail to feature like this. I thought those are drawn on there, but they're definitely carved. That's a really weird feature on that. Changed. I want to go look at that statue somewhere, but I'm going to go look at the broken windows real quick. See any broken windows. So the doors on the other side of this door don't have windows. They're solid panel doors. There's no broken windows here. No broken windows there. That's from the flashbang and the smoke and the police through. Somebody came ready with the milk. usually pretty good about not getting that in my mouth or my eyes most of the time. This is what they're talking about. So it looks like one window got smashed a little bit. So one window got hit. I don't know if that's cause to call this an unlawful assembly or to say that citizens were breaking windows. If there is another meeting taking place that you would like to observe, please contact Help Desk. So there's the meeting in here. They're blocking that road off over there too with the citizen vehicles. So this is where everybody entered in this morning. They got into the first vestibule and into the second vestibule area, and then the police formed a pretty good line of officers and blocked us from going in, and eventually pushed everybody out of the building. Can I pet your dog?
Yeah, she might get a little timid, but
What's his name?
Jessie?
Jesse?
Oh yeah, she's a little timid.
Aww. you got that tail tight between her legs, huh?
Yeah. Too loud for her.
Jesse! Alright, you guys have a good day. I love motorcycles, but I've never been a fan of the revving them just to make loud noises. I find it very obnoxious. The merch booths, dude. Looks like the numbers are dwindling. The sheriff is on our side, but it'd be cool if they did. Almost didn't come today. I am gonna step back for a little while, for a couple weeks. I'm tired of doing all this kind of stuff. Sheriff walking up. Talk to sheriff is definitely here with the law enforcement agencies, not to stop them. That would have been so cool if the sheriffs would have stood the officers down. Called in, looks like mutual aid from Marion County, Aurora, Oregon. Wait, it is Marion County, isn't it? I think this is Marion County, isn't it?
They're saying it's Lynn.
No, it's Marion County. Lynn Benton is Corvallis and Albany area. That's a sheriff's vehicle anyways. I didn't see that. I thought it was a mutual aid police department vehicle. Not. K9 over there. K9 vehicle. To go pet a police doggo. Look at this thing. What do you guys think? What do you think, Rebel? You think the police departments and sheriff's offices should have vehicles like this, or should we leave that to the National Guard?
No, I think that it does come in handy in other situations where those are very necessary.
Yeah?
A lot of times, like I know, like my town back in Seminole, they got theirs for $800.
Yeah.
So like they'll get sold at Fed auctions and stuff like that, where they'll get them really cheap through like foundations. But it all depends on how they use the money, right? Like if they got them for $800, sure. But if
Well, I'm not
you're
talking
paying-
about the money.
if you're buying
I'm
them,
talking
like,
about them having that much force power.
Search and rescue is what they mainly use it for. Like, and so like with that, like.
Yeah,
when
that's what they.
floods
That's what
and
they.
stuff,
But it's
they-
also just they get it when like the war slows down and they have surplus vehicles, and I know some fire departments get Humvees for a couple $100, but
I would say that this is obsessive for us. But
yeah,
if they're fighting Antifa and shit like that, then I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, we're not Antifa.
I was really hopeful that the sheriffs would show up and get the other officers to stand down.
This is America's Tiananmen Square, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I really want to listen to System of the Down now. Not System of the
This
Down.
is our tax dollars hard at work right here.
Yeah, System of the Down. They've got that Tiananmen Square song.
So there are about 12 officers that showed up. It's gonna be a long day.
Got their Dodge Challenger over there. Pretty nice one. It's got the scoop roof.
Can we request a porta potty so Patriots ain't got to shit on the sidewalk? Alright, they're leaving, it looks like. Wait, there's 4 women to be shot in the face and thrown a bullet. Why would you leave?
Patriots have gotten pretty, the Patriot crowd has gotten pretty angry the last couple weeks as the police have started
Those tax dollars, man.
doing some things that we're not in favor of. I like covered it.
You guys sit in and get the little girl.
Something I think is ironic is that
Are they going around to the other end?
up until like 5 years ago or so,
They might be doing it the back right.
the the anti-government, the anti-police crowd up until like 5 years ago was the patriot crowd in America, the militia crowd. But all of a sudden, Antifa started attacking everything, and it's flipped. And Antifa and BLM was the anti-government, anti-police crowd. And I always thought it was interesting that those heavy militia patriot groups started doing back the blue stuff, because they had always been very, very anti-federal government and anti-police. And anyways,
I guess not all cops want to run over women and children. Half a dozen of them.
so one thing I was told is why it got reported as an unlawful assembly is because they were saying we were breaking windows. There's one window up by the two TVs that has a spider
That was already there.
crack in it. Was it there this morning?
It was
there
there
this
before we
morning.
got
I walked around. I did not see any
it was
windows
there
broken.
when I walked
They told
around.
us that the windows were broken in the areas we were entering, and none of those windows were broken.
No.
We
The only
opened.
window that's starred is that one door on the other side.
Yeah.
They just got mad that people got
We
inside.
here At 8:10. That window was already that way. Now
Huh.
the saying it was already that way.
That's their excuse for.
Look, they came back. Sheriff Rick came back. Yeah, nobody was breaking windows. Nobody was vandalizing property or anything like that.
Somebody did crawl. But
What do you say?
somebody did crawl into a window.
Yeah, but those
the
doors are
window was
supposed to
open.
remain open during business hours.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to know who this special media person was that was in there taking with their camera, taking photos and everything. How did that person get to be in
I
there?
think it's Laura. Or there was press inside already.
Yeah.
Automatically, yeah.
Yeah.
That they did the stuff.
That's 100% Antifa. Come on.
Just trying to be nice. Good afternoon. Merry Christmas. Would you like to join us? We're fighting for your rights. Come on. Your skirt's a little too short. Sorry. That's just me. It needs to be shorter.
That's your girl?
Thank you.
Might just be a person, these random persons walking us is how they always are.
Yeah.
But like, you know how the crowd reacts. Yeah, they're walking straight through. They're not trying to take people.
The virus is already mutated. It's not even the same virus anymore. The virus is mutating very fast. That's why we have no vaccine for viruses.
I didn't mean to just walk. Oh, no, I have to walk though, because otherwise I'll
They
stick it
mutate
out.
too fast, and by the time they get you,
And I'm here,
it's too late.
down here, but
Vaccines are not effective. Vaccines are not effective.
In my hand is what we pledge to. We pledge to God. We stand with God. In my hand is what we are fighting for. And this is what you should be fighting for too. We should all be fighting together.
So it's one thing I've mentioned many times before is that there's too many agendas at Patriot events. They need to just pick one agenda, and you can have your other event when you want to. But they need to organize better and have one event. They took the awning from. They took the awning that was over the TV over there. this is where it's going to get weird because there's no attention on anything right now. They're not trying to get into the building. No, I'm 100% sure if there's legislators in here, they're going to get out in a way that's not going to be citizens questioning them and interrogating them. They're going to get out a back door or in a car from a garage or something. I'm willing to bet that this area has tunnels that go to the different buildings too. So I don't think much else is going to happen here today. I am scared for our country though. People just don't show up to stuff like this. I mean, if the coronavirus is so bad that they have to shut down the What'd they arrest him for?
Oh, we were moving the canopies out into the street for the Patriots.
Did they give a reason why he was arrested?
They wouldn't.
Yeah?
They wouldn't say a damn thing.
Just said, you can put your arms around your back and
Is that how we get in?
Huh?
I guess so. That's the one-way ticket in.
I want to be arrested now, please.
Oh, you guys heard a group of the guys were coming over to get this second canopy over here, and then the officers came out and had pointed to one and said, put your hands behind the back, and they arrested him. So I don't know what that was for.
Free James Butler.
Huh? That's a good question. Did you give me him one of these? Yeah.
Anyways, I'm pretty worried for our country. I mean, stuff I've been seeing the last couple months where people are rioting and attacking buildings and hurting officers and hurting innocent people and ruining businesses, and the government using the excuse of the virus to shut down the middle class and destroy small businesses, destroy everybody's economy, their savings. And then a lot of people don't believe anything's happening. A lot of people don't think. I'm standing outside this door in case they come back over here. I want to see if the police come back out here. There was a man arrested here just a second ago for unknown reason. I'm scared nobody in our country is doing anything. A lot of people don't even believe that anything's happening. They're unaware. We've got a lot of people. I follow this guy. I'll post him up on Twitter while I'm talking. But I follow this guy named Bjorn. I think he's out of Sweden or one of those Scandinavian countries, Nordic countries. Are those interchangeable words, Scandinavian and Nordic, or is that my ignorance? But follow him, and he's been talking about the lockdown and where to draw your line in the sand. Personally, when is the point where you're not going to comply any longer? And he was talking, one of his lines is definitely when the government is telling him who he can and cannot have in his own home or his garden. Yeah, I think it means we would call that in our backyard, I think. He said that's not something he's going to comply with. He will not put up with it. But he talked about, I watched a video of his last night I really enjoyed. He talked about how there's so many people in society that are just willing to stand in a queue and just obey any order and just do what they're told constantly. So see, where is Bjorn in my follow list? I need to go through and clean my follow list up a little bit. I've got too many people in my follow list that I don't even watch their videos anymore. Oh, there he is. Found him. Share. This is him. My phone's all cracked, but he likes to go out in the woods in his Scandinavian area and just speak about the things he cares about. He's really relaxed. Originally thought he was, I don't know, bordering on boring, but then his calm, like mellow presence, his stoic presence really grew on me, and I like him a lot. I follow him, watch his videos. He just casually, in this last video, he just casually mentioned that he was caught and squished by an avalanche one time, and he just said it like it was nothing and just moved on to the next thing. He's a good dude. I'm gonna put him up on my platforms: Twitter, Parler, Discord, and Phoenix Social Network. If you guys aren't aware, the Viking crowd has created a Phoenix Social Network. It's similar to Facebook in a way, but it's a free speech platform. You're not going to get censored on there, and that's up and going. I have been told that it's going to keep getting better and better. I understand that there's an Android app for it out right now. I have recently signed up there and started using that. I really have high hopes for it, that it'll blow up and get really big, so that I can have a consistent platform where I'm not going to get censored and thrown into the Facebook gulag. Just gonna throw these links up real quick. Make sure. Bjorn. Oh, no I in Bjorn. I'll go back over to the action here in a second. I was just going to see if the police were going to come back out. Doesn't look like they're going to. Just going to throw these links up in my platforms, and we'll go check out what's going on over in the street. Weird, my last post didn't go up. Sorry, it's super boring right now. I'll be over at the street in just a moment. Okay, got it all posted. If you guys want to check that out, check out Bjorn's channel. I really like his channel a lot. Got a mellow, like kind, mellow father type, so he's pretty cool.
Everybody, we need to stay together. We can't wander off. If you're here and you want to be a part of
car still yesterday. That sucks. Drew, there's a drone way up there. Sounds like they're just joshing around over there. I'll come out and check this. I've been wondering what was back here this whole time. Looks like it's getting ruined by being under that tarp in this weather. You can't do stuff like that in Oregon. What do you guys think? This was like damage, or think it's because they covered it up and let it covered in Oregon weather for a while?
Yeah, they've had tarps over it for a long time.
Yeah, I think that's what it's corroding it, because they've. I thought it'd been damaged really bad. That's why they had it covered. I think the communists are probably just going to erase our history, though.
That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
This is the. Yeah. Why is this like religious old-timey lady nipping? What is it? I'm a little boy. I'm completely immature. But why though? Why did the artist make her nipping? Like, there's no way that's the way they dressed back then, just all nipping like that. Balance a little better. There we go. Do one of these, and then one of these, and hopefully that fixes it. Not really. What's up? Hey, check this out. I need someone in real life to talk to me about this. Why did they add nips to her? She's nipping hardcore.
Oh shit, you're right.
I don't know why. They're not subtle at all.
I saw a little camera sticking up. Like, I saw your video on it.
I've got my GoPro on top of my helmet, so you've seen it popping up over the fence. I wonder if Pocahontas. Oh my God, she's nipping too. I can see it from here. Is it Pocahontas or Sacagawea that was helping Lewis and Clark? Look at that! Look at that! You could see him like 20 yards away. I think her. I don't know. That might be side boob there. That doesn't even look like they've designed her to be covered there. It's like a little bit of. I can't remember. But who is the artist that did fine. I've spent my life becoming an artist, and I've got to make these boring state pieces. I'm going to add my own touch to them. I'm a 5-year-old. Antifa's coming. Texas Chance Girl. Antifa usually doesn't come out in the day.
Trucks on that side walking out in too.
where the Star Empire takes its way. Man, I bet you that makes the communists so bad. I bet you these statues piss them off so bad. Lewis and Clark. Westward, the Star of Empire takes its way. Man, I bet you I hate that statue so bad. A free state is formed and is maintained by the voluntary union of the whole people joined together under the same body of laws for the common welfare and the sharing of benefits justly apportioned. Yes, all the rights for all the people, but now we're making special rights for special people. State of Oregon. Pretty cool building. There's 2 cameras up there filming right now. The mind of man knows no employment more worthy of its powers than the quest of righteousness and human affairs, no goal of its labors that is superior to the discovery of the good and the guidance of life. Climbed up there and they put an American flag up there. Another guy climbed up there. Looks like he didn't leave it. He was moving a Trump flag up there for a while. Look at this guy. He's like, what's that called? Is that called yeeting? When you do that thing with your arms and make that weird dance move? Joey Gibson speaking over there. Where's Reggie? You got work today? Huh? Reggie had to work today?
I guess.
So I'm a 5-year-old, everybody in my chat's telling me, but if you go up to each of these statues, both of the women are like, you can probably see it from here. Oh, no, not quite here. But both the women, they're like, for some reason, they made them nipping really hard on the statue, on the...
You are a 5-year-old.
Walk up and you will see what I'm talking about. It's not subtle. It's just like, why did they add that?
I guess these guys are going to go check on the guy that got arrested.
So I guess 3 people have gotten arrested now.
Arrested for what, do you know?
Jerry got arrested inside this morning in that room. He sat down and refused to leave. Somebody else got arrested, I think, in there at the same time. Nobody could tell me who it was. And then one of their buddies just got arrested for, I have no clue. They just came out and pointed to him, said, put your arms behind your back, and they took him in. So who knows? Who knows? How you doing today, Lawrence? Pretty good.
What was going on there? Did you catch these guys like were fighting with each other or yelling at each other?
Man, I missed that. I was over talking to my stream for a little bit, so I missed it, man.
Yeah, I'm curious. It seemed like Patriots were arguing with Patriots.
Yeah.
What was going on? I thought you might have saw.
There's a lot of different groups. That's one thing that's frustrating about these events. I've talked about it several times. Is that there's no unified like you've got one person over there getting their Bible out and screaming about Jesus, and then you've got somebody that's screaming about Trump, and then you've got other people that are talking about just the legislation.
Right.
Like these events need to have like one clear goal. Right. If somebody wants to have their own views, like go do another event, because it just causes, just breaks the unity.
Yeah. You know, there was no need for this. They could just open the doors and let us in. We weren't going to hurt anything. We weren't going to destroy any property.
Well, apparently it's closed down. It was already pre-closed. It didn't do it because we came. It was because of COVID. They shut it down.
Yeah, it's been closed for months. It's been closed this whole time.
So I think it's BS. If they can go in there, why can't we go in there?
Right. Well, I believe the Constitution says if they're in session, that it has to be open to the people.
I don't know. I know the national constitution or the national Congress, you can't go in there. The national legislation, I don't know.
Right.
All right, I'm gonna go see over there. Get over there in case there is some more shenanigans going on.
Hey, it was good to see you in
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah. I'll be there again next month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to go. It's a lot of money this time
Yeah.
of year.
It is. All right. It looks like they moved that other truck. They just left. That big bus they had over there.
Yeah, he moved
Oh, yeah.
it, I guess.
All right.
We got a third big armored truck down there.
I'm honestly not sure what's being accomplished right now. Like, we showed up in numbers and we didn't get in. They're not going to try to get in now. There's no way we're going to see the legislators when they come out. They're going to go out through some secret
There's tunnels.
exit.
Oh, yeah.
There's
The parking. It's all parking underneath here.
yeah. So
In fact, those brown buildings are the stairs that go down into the parking.
we won't get to see them. So
What's all the black trucks about?
They want us to leave.
Really?
Yeah, basically. There were some scuffles earlier in the day. Some people got pepper sprayed. And stuff.
Kids, elderly.
Yeah, we wanted in the building.
They declared it an unlawful assembly, and they claimed it was because people were breaking windows and vandalizing things. But there's no windows broken or vandalizing. There's one window around that over there, that entrance. It's got a spider crack in it. But that everybody that was here at 8 this morning said that was already there.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw people went up to that window, and I think it did get broken. I'm pretty sure, because I was one of the first ones there.
How early did you get here?
Yeah, I was here at like early, like 7:45.
Okay, somebody said they got here at 8:10 and it was already spider
And
cracked.
somebody was banging on the door, like, let us in. And
Yeah.
this one guy is here somewhere. And I think he was banging on the door, and all of a sudden I saw cracks, and he got out of it. Like he realized he did something wrong. But I don't think it was on purpose. I don't think he meant to break.
Yeah, they made it sound like we were this crowd was vandalizing and breaking windows, and that just wasn't true. So I think it was just an excuse to call it an unlawful order because they wouldn't want us in there.
One window got cracked by mistake. It wasn't. I don't think the guy meant to break the window. I mean, even if you didn't mean to, you still did. But I don't think it was intentional. I'm pretty sure it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
If it was Antifa,
What? I saw one of your trucks this morning. That's probably my van down the road. Upgraded.
if it was a different group that was out here, they'd break windows intentionally.
Your office?
What?
Oh, it's your office?
No, that's just, I'm working there. I drove by here. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh.
So I loaded up a door frame, and then I walked down here.
Right on.
I had jury duty this morning. So it was over there, a few blocks over.
I'm gonna step away, guys.
But I was interested.
He's flying the back the blue flag right now.
Did they stop?
So one thing, that excuse that like, oh, the police, we need to have them to take care of us. And me and the other man were saying, yeah, well, me and you can take care of ourselves, and we don't necessarily need the police, but there are other people. That creates a situation where the people that do need care in society are going to the state for protection rather than going to the people in their lives for protection. And I think it is one of the many things that devalues men in our society. When you can just get protection, because there's always going to be violence in the world. There's always going to need for strong men to protect people that need help. But when you create a giant police system and you make excuses for the behavior because the women and the children need protection, the men of every society throughout history have always protected women and children. So it just kind of neuters the men in our society and takes that role from them, because it'll just be provided for the weak and the women and children for free through taxation, rather than being able to get the honor and respect that used to be given to men for.
They're not saved you to try as they might. Social media and good intentions cannot save you. There is salvation by no other name. And when we talk about God blessing our country, I want you all to keep in your remembrance that our founding fathers were men of faith.
How's he doing through all this today? He's kind of a trooper, huh?
Patriot.
Yeah.
So it's in his name that I'm here today to give you this message.
They've taken our way of life, and that's why we're here.
God is with us, and he calls all men everywhere to repent.
You miss the forest, Johnny Cash?
Absolutely.
He's smelling on me right there. I laid a sandwich in my pocket earlier, didn't I? Smelling that sandwich. He's a good boy. What a good dog. He's got such a good temperament.
He's my sixth.
Six? I bet he runs like crazy when it's time to run and have that kind of energy burst.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Yeah.
His words are in German.
What are you smelling on me, buddy? Smelling all the smells all over my jacket?
Someone tried to run us over last week. MAGA hat.
Tried to run you over?
Yeah.
Where at?
In a crosswalk in a small little town nearby.
Man, we need more patriots here.
She never lifted the gas.
Is more Patriots coming? That's what I heard.
It is what it is.
They said that like an hour or two ago. I don't think so.
It is what it is. I don't know how much.
It would depend on where they're coming from, though. If they're coming from far away,
Oh,
then it
that
would
good
take
boy.
about an hour or two.
Oh, that good boy. What do you guys in chat think? Do you think that this is going to be? Do you think there's really a threat to our country, or is it just what us crazy people that are at these events think? What do you guys in chat think? I might eat some doggo cheese. Actually, I tried bacon strips one time. They do not taste anything like they smell. They smell so delicious. It tastes like putting a ball of wax in your mouth. It is the most disgusting thing ever. It was so gross. Don't ever try bacon strips. Tim Pool just reported on it. Interesting. I'm tired, you guys. You guys got all your Christmas shopping done? You guys gonna have a normal Christmas this year? See your family and that thing? Boot. That's a good way to get booted real quick. Boot. But I got gassed. Maced so bad this morning in my mouth. Luckily none in my eyes, but I got it so bad this morning. I was just breathing in that room. It was just filling it. It actually made me throw up this. That's why I was so hungry. I threw up my breakfast. That's why I was starving. I was trying to figure it out because I was so hungry and I'd eaten breakfast. Yeah, I just realized I was trying to figure out why I was so hungry earlier. I was starving. I ate breakfast this morning, so I was like, but I breathed in so much gas, I went in the bushes and threw up. It actually made me threw up my breakfast. That's why I was so hungry.
Hey, Bill, is there food close by?
There's a Safeway like 3 blocks that way.
Is there any fast food?
That way is like Salem downtown proper, so you can find like
I know there's like a Mexican place like 5 blocks back that way by Wells Fargo. It's got I think they got burritos there.
I've had the food there. It's terrible.
This is the wrong day. I brought a Kyle, all right?
Does anybody have any goal or idea or anything, or just kind of wait until the energy fiddles out?
I don't know. I was hoping we would get to actually talk to our legislators.
No, this is a parking garage here. There's tunnels and stuff. They're not going to come out, and they'll get out. They might even be gone already. Who knows? Yeah.
The first one got canceled, so we'll try again.
Huh.
Are they having session in there? Does anyone know? Can't get home.
Tired. So M-I-G-G-R, somebody ban M-I-G-G-R, please. Please ban them fast. Please ban M-I-G-G-R fast.
Afraid of nothing. There you go. Losing my freedom.
Right?
Start losing my freedom.
I'm still breathing.
I'm afraid of them. They're taking our freedoms from us, and we can stop them now. And we can do it now. But we have to stand together. That means milling around out here going, oh gee, they beat us up. Oh well, they just arrested my buddy. My ride home.
You guys, I can't have you screwing around or chat at these events. Ban anybody that says anything making a joke that's can be even remotely inappropriate. I'm not going to do racist jokes in
We
here.
got people, we'll get there. They just drug him inside, so I don't know what happened to him. I don't even know what he's charged.
though. That's how we do this together. We help each other.
Yeah, we have to stand together. And that means we got to push on that door. Everybody. And I mean everybody. You, everyone. All of us.
We're not going to be able to do this. We're
We
divided.
stand together. They
We're
cannot
there.
stop
It's all right.
Now there's going to be people that are going to, we're going to get hurt.
He went out the back door and got arrested.
Going to get hurt. Part of it. And arrested.
Don't be afraid to be arrested.
Nope.
I've been to jail. It's really not that bad.
If the cops grab you and arrest you, they're going to want to talk to you. You just say, not until I have my lawyer present. And you don't say nothing else. That's right. Just, when I get my lawyer, I'll talk.
So life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, it is the right, with a capital freaking R, of the people to alter or to abolish it and institute new government. They are going against the law right now. We have every right to be in there, period.
This is America. It's not just your right, it's your duty.
It's our duty.
What's your plan? The building's built to choke off any entrance in. So what's your plan? Pick a door.
Absolutely is. That's what we need to come up with. I'm
Pick a door.
here.
Well, the answer is 1 o'clock. They just started session again.
We know.
Well, they're coming in and out. 1:30.
Well, they're on the other side. They got the other side blocked off. So we have a few options here. We can go to the other side of the building and challenge the police. Or we can try to go in through the door here again.
Want to call a legislator?
We can call them, but I honestly believe the time for talking's over.
Yep.
They aren't sending nobody out. They're not sending anybody out to talk. I've already called them. I've already talked to them. They're playing the game.
They're already on the computer saying we're shooting paintballs and shit at them.
They are locked down.
We should have.
Yeah, yeah, it's all over the news that we did it.
Well, we can wait till they get here, but I'm tired. There's no reason to talk about a plan when we've got the same fucking live stream videos.
Hey, turn the live streaming shit off.
Just a thought.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Turn the live streaming shit off. Everybody who's live.
They're watching it as well as we are, so.
Oh yeah, they've been recording all day on their Twitter.
If you're live streaming, please step away for a minute.
Just a minute.
I don't like that at all, but I'm not. They don't want the legislators hearing their plan over there for entrance.
No, he's still here.
What is Antifa do?
Tell the live streamers to not film them. They're making plans, and the cops are probably
I'm for like standing up to the government and using force to get into something like this, but we don't have a fraction of the people that would take to actually get in there.
To get in the building?
Yeah.
I know. Me and a lady that belonged to a group in Portland, we have 800 members, and we're going to try to protest Kate Brown's house. A guy who has inside info, he's going to try to get her address because she doesn't live in the governor's mansion. And we're going to do it like they did Ted Wheeler already. Yeah, we don't have enough people, you're right. We'd all get, beat.
Yeah, there's no way that there's no way this group could get in there.
No, we need way more like how they got. Are you any of you guys going to Washington D.C.? Are either of you?
I probably
On the Sims?
can't afford to do it this year.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money this time.
I checked airfares. It's $294 round trip.
I've been saving my money, but I need to buy my wife a car.
Yeah, I've been
Car
saving
broke
mine
down,
too,
so-
but this might be worth it for my grandchildren's future. It's it's not for me. It's for my daughters and their kids. Yeah, so I might do it. I might fly to Washington, D.C. I don't want to drive. Yeah, it's too far. So I might fly there. I'm going to go home and find out if I can get a cheap flight. Last night they were $294 and they're going to go up.
If we could just get like 5,000 or 10,000 people to show up
If
something
we had
like this and
1,000 people.
just sit down
They
and
had 1 million at one time.
just to come and do a sit-in. Just come sit outside. Nobody will show up to these things. What about you Christians? Do you believe in the literal, well, I guess it's hard to say literal interpretation of Revelations because Revelations is some hard stuff to read and understand, but what about you guys? I mean, it flat out says what's going on right now. It says there's going to be a one world government. It says there's going to be a push for, I believe it uses the word sorcery or pharmakia in there, and it's talking about the big pharma. It also talks about people not being able to buy or sell. They're being kicked out of commerce, which is happening to people right now. You're getting deplatformed off the internet. You're from from monetary things like Cash App, PayPal, even banks are deplatforming people. And it says there's a push, there's a one world government. And the CCP, from a lot of people's point of view, I don't pretend to understand all of it completely, but there are large factions of the world that are saying that the CCP is trying to put puppet governments in all over the world so that they can create a one world communist global government. What do you Christians that believe in that kind of stuff in Revelations, what do you think right now? And I talked to somebody the other day, iHypocrite was saying that they've always been saying that. But I grew up fundamentalist Christian, and I saw all that kind of stuff before too. Like people thought the barcodes, and back in the day, people thought the social security numbers were going to be the mark, and they're always talking about the end. But there seems to be quite a lot of things going on today that seem to match up with the things that book talks about. And whatever you want to believe about the truth or reality of that book, you can see that.
Well, we got us corralled there. That's a little rough.
You can see that. However, if it was just wisdom and the guy could just look into the future and they don't. If you're doing a righteous act of civil disobedience and it's technically a crime, you should mask yourself up or just do your deeds in the daylight. If you really believe that you're doing something righteous, just do it openly. Let your deeds be done in the light. This crowd. I feel like I want to intervene and tell this crowd that this is kind of silly and nonsense. There's not enough numbers. There's not enough numbers.
Hey, has anybody got any pebbles? I'm gonna see if I can get one of their numbers.
Him who? Him who? Him who?
Hey!
So I just kind of want to be the voice of reason right now. There's nowhere near enough numbers for this to happen.
That's not the point.
So, well, they're also talking about telling people to put the cameras away. If it's not the point to get in there, people are just making a thing that they just need to do it openly then. People need to know that they're going to get arrested and go in that with that. Yeah? All right. I just
people like me
don't
have jobs
didn't want to watch a disaster, so.
You guys are cowards up there.
Yeah, I agree.
Come on.
That's what it's gonna take, man. I mean, seriously, dude. What are we doing this for? If we're not willing and able
People like me used to take your order at a restaurant, and
this
now
is our
I'm
building.
standing
Like
down
we should have
here.
every right.
How do you feel?
You know, and if we live in fear, if we constantly live in fear, then
jobs,
why not just go home and quit doing it?
I'm filming it for your safety when we go in.
I know, and
I'm not.
nobody's saying.
I understood what you were saying a minute ago because you guys didn't want them watching your plan made. But I'm not going to turn the camera away, and anybody who wants to tell me otherwise can beat my ass, and I'll keep filming it.
Yeah, no, and you have that right.
Okay.
Nobody wants to take that from you.
I understand.
And if anybody tries to do that, I'll stand with you.
All right, man.
Within reason.
Construction workers. These are their construction buildings.
You know what? People do this in Portland, so what's so wrong with it? Huh? Oh well, then step away, then move.
Those aren't cops. Those are construction workers. Those are their construction sheds.
I don't really care about your job, man. I don't have a job. You don't have a job. Oh well. We don't know. One tired of the shit, dude. You can stand up and back back. You can see about us, but you're not. Steve Brown is a murderer! These children killed themselves!
This is turning into mob energy pretty quick. Turning into mob energy pretty quick. People watching up in the windows there.
They're wearing masks inside of the house. They're wearing masks inside.
Got it there. Over right there. We've got the people with their nice jobs up there watching from the window. Are these senators? Just watching us. There she is again. There's a couple up there. Must be nice to have a cushy government job right now.
I did see him push in through the maze too.
Yeah, here. That's easy to do. You get among you. That's easy
But
to
hey,
do.
if he was undercover though, wouldn't that explain why he was with them? Was that?
Fuck, it wasn't undercover.
To me, I wasn't undercover.
But what I'm saying is that's what he is claiming. Let's try to find a resolution to this right here.
Listen, anybody that wants to have this fuck around them, I'm staying the fuck away, bro. All right? When they put your children's name on the internet.
No,
maybe
I
then
understand
you'll
why you're
understand.
upset. I'm not
No,
saying you don't have a reason to be
I'd
upset,
pretty
sir.
pissed off
I'm not.
too.
What I'm trying to say is like.
Deteriorating quickly here.
Let's figure out who he
I know
really
who
is.
he is. There ain't no doubt.
Oh, wow.
Stop that!
Rainbow mask on.
Is that him?
Bring it in, motherfucker!
There it is!
Who's got
It looks like he's the guy that had the rainbow mask on earlier.
Here they come.
They're shooting the pepper balls at him.
That's our fucking building! That's our building! We're standing up for our freedom! You're hiring shooting at us!
You okay?
Come on now!
Hey, here, now. Hey.
Don't run out of ammo.
Actually, if you dress like you just cut the footage real quick.
That one hurt.
Come on, we have to push.
The 40 round?
Let's go.
Those will break your hand if you get hit with it.
Hey,
Okay, they can afford to fix it.
What are you doing, dude? Fuck out here, dude.
Jeremy.
Hey.
Jeremy.
Hey, there are dozens of cameras everywhere.
You've got more cameras on you.
Get the fuck out now!
With me?
Get out now.
I'm going.
Show them the way out. Don't attack.
Come on, guys.
I can't keep you in, but stay safe, guys.
You're welcome.
Leaving.
We stood behind you the whole time. Do you want everybody against you? We want them all.
Hey.
You are to blame.
There are cameras everywhere. There has been filming all day long. If you didn't keep your face covered all day, you didn't keep your face covered, hey!
And if you touch me,
You're with me, you're with me.
We are not letting you live in Antifa. We have fucking integrity. Cut that shit out. We have integrity. Cut that out. It's a fucking woman.
Wait.
If you didn't come here with your face covered and you're choosing to do things that are against the law, you're making those choices. There are fucking cameras everywhere. If your face has not been covered all day, that's your choice. We are out here fighting for our Constitution, right? That includes the freedom of the press. So fuck any of you that are attacking people for filming.
I agree with everything you said, except the press. We've got to come to understand the press are not legit anymore. They are the fifth column against
The
us.
freedom of the press is the right to report. It's the right to the citizens. If they are doing things, if they are filming your license plates, push them out. If they are just here filming, that is their constitutional right.
We can't assault anybody, absolutely. But we need to bring the press to what
we want
they
them
are.
to, we want everyone to know who they are so they don't dox people.
Yeah.
Because you know what's happening.
But also, there's mob energy doesn't mean bad. It just means the way a group gets together and they get frenzied. If you call somebody out in a mob, they will get beat up. Be careful when you do that.
All right. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, but remember, I'm out here.
Fair enough.
You're not the only guy.
Takes one man to make a difference. Be the it takes one man to make a difference. To be the reason, the voice of reason.
I can't get arrested.
Attention, this is Oregon State Police. This has been declared an unlawful assembly.
Yeah, you told us that earlier, bitch.
You'll be subject to arrest under Oregon statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit under Thank you.
All we want to do is hear what you got to say.
All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds immediately. You will be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute.
What's funny is that the Antifa girl they just ran out and I grabbed. I walked up and a gentleman she knew came up and grabbed her. I saw him earlier and I saw his press pass. I saw him walking by and he wouldn't make eye contact when he walking by, so I knew that guy was Antifa. And it turned out he was.
This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now. Thank you.
Dude, they rammed that truck. They rammed that truck out of the way.
Attention, this is the Oregon State
Wish I
Police.
got that on video.
This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now. Thank you.
They rammed this truck here. It was literal.
Attention,
lateral.
this is the Oregon State Police. This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now. Thank you.
Straight up ram this
Attention,
truck.
this is the Oregon State Police. This has been declared an unlawful assembly. All subjects must leave the Capitol grounds now, or you'll be subject to arrest under Oregon Revised Statute 166025, disorderly conduct, and 164255, criminal trespass. We need you to exit onto Court Street and do so now. Thank you.
They rammed it, bro. Other than optics, this really isn't doing anything because there's no numbers here, and like these government agencies have way more strategic ability than we do. So what stinks about what's going on in America is that there's places all over the world right now having tens of thousands of people show up for unrest events like this, civil disobedience.
We will not be intimidated. We will not shut up. We are free people. This is America. We have rights. You have to represent us. You do not work for Kate Brown. You work for the people. You work for the people. Open up Oregon and take off your mask. Come on. Take off your mask. hiding your face. This is America. You know what? We have rights. We have rights as people, human beings. We will standing over there with your little gun in front of you. We have rights. You know why you're able to do that? You know why you're able to stand back there with your gun, sir? You had an army of people fighting for your freedom. USA! 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 USA!
Where's Kate Brown?
Where is our mayor? Where is our leader? Why do they not stand with us? Where's Kate Brown? Where is Ted Wheeler? Where are these? They're not right. We want a statement. We want answers. We want answers. Where are you? I have in my This is America. We are good. You're just listening to
You gonna fucking murder me? You're probably too handcuffed. You like being fucking handcuffed? As a police
Help us!
officer?
Help us, man. We don't want to fight with you guys.
Is it intimidating walking into the fucking mob?
Everybody, let's get together. Come on, let's go. Let's pack it up. We are not afraid of your vehicle.
We stand with the people or against us. With us or against us. With us or against us. With us or against us. What will it be? You're making your decision. You're going to stand with the people or against the people. Kate Brown is a terrorist. She's... She should be tried for crimes against humanity.
You have children also.
You guys know what's right. What's in your heart? In here.
I don't want to shame you guys, man.
The German soldiers just followed orders. You realize that? They were just following orders. We stand by the box with you guys stand for what's right.
Is that what you think? I just need to get through so I can get my pension and say, fuck it. Fuck this country. Fuck everything it's going on. I'm just going to do what I need to do. I know that the ground's going to go to work.
People are speaking and you won't keep going.
We came out and helped us. We have a right. We have a right to be angry.
When Antifa and BLM was stood against you guys, we stood with you. Stand with us. Stand with us.
We're asking for you.
We had your guys' back, be it BLM and Antifa. But just like you said,
We will not be intimidated. This is America. Your guns do not scare us. Your guns do not scare us. We are free. We have rights. 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 This is America.
Rosa over there.
We will not be intimidated by your guns and your fancy trucks.
What's up, Rose? Is it nice not getting beat up when you're filming at somebody else's event?
Oh, dude, I was getting beat up filming at my own events.
Think about that for a second.
From what I hear, you guys haven't been too kind to a lot of folks over here.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said from what I hear, folks have already been getting fucked up down here too, but I'm not worried about it.
I protected them.
Oh, that's good. I appreciate that.
Just to say, your family should be down here too.
So they already have their gas masks on, so the fact that I forgot mine at home is really going to fight me.
You have children and a mother. Your children don't even trying to provide for their child. You have to think really hard about that.
You guys sharing these streams? Are they getting restreamed? Is the news on focus on this? Popping off here in Salem, Oregon at the Capitol. If you guys don't know what's happening, there was a special legislation session for the budget in Oregon today, and the courthouse back behind us has been shut down due to I think I'm having a little bit of an ocular stroke right now. My vision is a little weird right now. It hasn't happened in a couple years, but it just kind of makes my vision get weird. It kind of goes along with migraines, but it's gonna get bad too. My field of vision, the center of the field of vision is disappearing. It's a perfect time for this, isn't it? I think I haven't been eating enough vegetables and stuff lately. Anyways, we are at the Oregon State Capitol, Salem, Oregon. There's a special legislative session today of the representatives coming here. I don't know if it's the legislators come in here today, and those meetings are supposed to be witnessed by the public freely to enter the building. The state capitol has been closed for months because of COVID, and they would not let people come in to watch the meeting. They had TVs set up outside to watch, but people wanted to go inside, and they wouldn't let us. This morning, the Patriot crowd here, the citizen crowd here, stood against the police and tried to enter the building. They maced the building pretty bad. Stood for a little while, and then they pushed us out pretty hard eventually. It's been quiet since then. 20 minutes ago, they started breaking windows to the door of the building. 2 people did, trying to create an entrance to the building. They're basically just trying to make an event happen so that this will draw attention. So it's working.
Let's go, River, let's march! Let's give them an exercise! Stand with the people or against us! Please stand behind you when you do what's right! The police have a fucking job! Hope you fucking signed up today, knew you were gonna hurt innocent patriots!
You guys, I believe that there's coming a time pretty soon where you guys are going to have to make a choice on whether to keep following orders or not. And if you would, there's a book called Ordinary Men. It's a book called Ordinary Men. If you read that, it describes a band of officers in Nazi Germany, just regular guys like you guys, that slowly started following orders to where they started executing women, pregnant women in the fields. Not saying that you're going to do that, but you are going to have to decide when you're going to disobey orders. We have a coup going on in this country, and this is the crowd that's been backing you for the last 8 months. And you guys can't arrest people for going into restaurants. You can't arrest people for going to church. You shouldn't be arresting us for trying to get into the building to watch that's our constitutional right in Oregon, to be in there. Just because somebody creates a pandemic, that doesn't end the Constitution. But if you guys would, read the book Ordinary Men.
We wave the flag to back the blue flag. We understand the risk you guys take standing on the front lines of our community. But here it is. We fought defund the police. We fought defund the police. We have fought to stand with you guys, to stand behind you. But this, what's going on? Watch out! Watch out! What's happening right now?
Just a tree branch randomly fell. I thought they were starting to shoot stuff, but this tree branch just randomly fell.
That guy right there? Is that Antifa?
If people are filming and they're not bothering anybody, it doesn't matter. They have a constitutional right to the freedom of press as well. If you don't want your picture taken, wear a mask.
Oh, fucking, I lost everything! Fuck you! I stand for what's right!
We're a couple. We lost both of our jobs due to this, okay?
Both of our jobs!
Hey, Brown! Hey, Brown!
Do what's right! Do what's right! Think about it! Do what's right! Not what you're fucking told to do! Fighting legal! Do what's right!
No, I don't think there's a movie. It's just a book.
Hey, let's march, ladies and gentlemen, let's march! I can't hear. We can't hear because of Tate Brown. These have become the cause of Tate Brown.
Oh, if you guys have never had an ocular stroke before, it's kind of like your vision starts having a psychedelic journey. Like, right, it starts out black and white. It's starting to get full Technicolor. You can Google them online, and you'll see someone's field of vision in like a blurry spot in the middle, or like you'll see zigzags, and it'll have like geometric shapes that are changing colors. I'm having a full-on ocular stroke right now. That sounds serious, but it's just a benign little thing, and probably because I've been drinking too much lately and not making sure that I'm eating healthy meals, eating out and eating junk food. But this is a horrible time to have an ocular stroke. I can't see people's faces right now. I'm face blind right now. I can't see faces.
Hey, are you Bill?
Yeah.
Mr. Bill.
Oh no, I'm Villain. Villain Report.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Billing reports. Okay.
Villain, like moo hoo ha ha.
Villain. Oh, you're villain.
Yeah.
Right on,
Mr.
buddy.
Bill is here today too somewhere. I think he's wearing a COVID, like a blue medical mask. Yeah.
Okay, dude. Well,
Yeah.
but I met you before, and I love you, man.
Oh, thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
We have to march downtown. It's not our fight. The police are not our fight. Kate Brown and the tyrant clown. We have to win the support of the people that are not with us. We have to teach the people their rights. We are the teachers. We have to lead by example. If we do not lead by example, we will fail. Let's go, Patriots! We have to march downtown! We have to march together! Together! Come on, let's march! Together! All across the country.
And then you got these old ladies out here. People online are going to see all these like cute little old ladies out here standing up for the Constitution. And I hope they feel shame that they were not a part.
Oh, it's starting to go away. That was a short one. It's starting to go away. I can start to see people's faces again. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Go to the grocery store and get some vegetables and healthy food, not just eat steaks and burgers nonstop.
If you want good press, and these guys back out and they show us doing this,
Can we agree to have a public meeting like today, like right now, to the rest of the people?
let's resolve one issue at a time.
Well, no,
Let's-
we
so
can.
let's
We
open
can
up
deal
the
with
city
it.
streets.
We'll move the vehicles. We've already moved them on the car end.
That is
also
not in my
state
purview.
jurisdiction
That is
thing.
not in my
It's a city
purview.
jurisdiction.
My purview is the city of Salem streets, okay? That's why we're here. I just want to have this peaceful resolution. We will back out, we will get off the street, we're gonna open it up so traffic can, you guys can
Our
move the
fight,
sides of the street.
our fight wasn't with Salem PD. It's not. Our fight isn't with none of
So
it.
is that something that you think you can affect with this group if we back
Yes.
out and you guys get off the road?
absolutely. I'll make it happen right now.
We'll make it
Because
happen.
I don't want to use force, we don't want to do any of that, we just want to be done with this piece.
I got another question to ask you. You guys arrested a friend of mine named Ryan. Are you guys gonna release him? What's going on with that?
Yes.
That's probably a stadium if it's inside the building.
At some point, you see me fuck up that old man? See me fucking knocking to the
What was he arrested for?
What was he arrested for?
Ratchet it down a little bit, brother.
They did. Y'all attacked the old man. You sprayed us, you gassed us, shot us with paintballs. We wasn't doing anything.
So let's now we're in peaceful communication, okay? So let's peacefully resolve this between a bunch of adults, okay? Okay. And we'll move off. You guys make sure your vehicles are off. You can have your demonstration. Be on the sidewalks, please. That's all that we ask is that you obey all the city laws, and then we'll move forward. So.
Sir, there's coming
Can you tell us where Ryan was arrested?
That building over there are going to have to be removed because they are criminal.
Yes,
It's a criminal cartel. And I know you're not going to get into discussion with me about that. But we're going to grow our movement all across this state. We're going to keep growing our movement because we are constitutional patriots and we are law-abiding citizens. And we're going to stand up for our rights. I know people's businesses have been destroyed because of this so-called pandemic, which is bullshit. Me and you both know that.
The thing that we all have to agree on, every side of this, okay, is that the First Amendment right to be out here and to discuss our issues and to talk about like we want change and everything else for any group that comes out here, okay, has to be done in a peaceful way, and that's the only way that it really gets heard.
Listen,
breaking laws and stuff like that doesn't do it.
Listen, that's correct up to a point. Up to a point.
But they are breaking the law.
We're supposed to be allowed to be in there to exercise that right. And you guys are upholding our...
What I'm going to do, I'm prepared. We have all engaged in a conversation that we're prepared to leave this street, not block the street, open up traffic, and you guys are prepared to remove your tents and get onto the sidewalks.
Okay, wait, hold on. Listen, realistically, it's gonna take a little more than just saying that. We need some meat, man. We need something.
Yeah, as soon as we walk away, we're making movement towards that right now. Before I came out here, that was the movements we're trying to make. But we also have families, and we also have to be safe.
Yeah, man.
And we also are not going to turn our backs to some people that have already attacked and everything else. So I mean, there's no pointing fingers at this point. Let's just resolve this peacefully.
Why was Ryan arrested?
Okay.
Can you tell us what Ryan was charged with?
That would be great.
Hey,
so
sir,
if you guys could remove...
Can you tell us what Ryan was arrested for? What's his charges?
I don't know who that is. I don't know what the charges are.
Is there a way that someone can look?
Yeah, you can pull up the Marion County booking information.
And it will be public there?
It will be public.
Already?
Thank you, guys. All right, we're going to make our movements, okay?
Villain report. You guys better do the same for me when I get ran out of your event, right?
I got you.
All right.
They're all squat over there, waiting on standby. They had to go and tell these groups of kids to go somewhere else.
going on. And they march in as we're getting ready to leave anyways. They're like, victory!
Ocular stroke thing's super weird. It's just in my left eye now. My right eye is good. It's starting to slowly go away. So I saved that Antifa guy from an ass beating earlier. We'll see if that ever gets returned to me when I'm filming at an event. We'll see. Hello.
I appreciate you mentioning our constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Look, I got made a point of giving this on my back of my first badge.
Right on.
It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Still means a lot to you, and I appreciate that.
So if I'm at an Antifa event and you see that same thing happen to me,
same shit.
yeah,
That's the same shit.
I'm villain report. So
I hate that. Yeah.
okay,
Cool.
thank you. I walked two Antifa journalists out of the mob earlier. They were about to beat up this little petite girl. I think she's definitely Antifa, but she was just there filming. Like, all the rights for all the people. All the people. They're doing things to get people hurt, yeah, stop them. But if they're just there filming an event, I'm not an Antifa sympathizer. I hate how they treat people, and I hate the selfishness they do in attacking innocent people and destroying our society so that they can get what they want. But they're still humans, you guys. We can't dehumanize people. If we go down that road, that's what happens in every country when a conflict happens. They dehumanize each side, and then one side starts exterminating the other side. We can't do that. We can't do that. Most of Antifa are like young, just out of high school, mid-20s at the most of them. And they've had really messed up lives. Like, you're gonna get a better change in the world if you help those people and help them to see why what they're doing is wrong, and help them find a way through life that finds them less pain without injecting their pain onto other people. Then you're going to get from just going out and hating them and beating them up and demonizing them and dehumanizing them so that other people will beat them up. So I can't ban anybody because I'm using Streamlabs and I can't do it. So just so you guys know, I'm on a hard ban today. Not going to soft, no warnings. If you get in here and you're targeting, harassing me, or people in my chat, you're threatening, you're talking about racist stuff, you're making conversations that are going to get my stuff taken down, you're going to get a quick ban. There are a lot of Antifa. I'm bringing pizza in. There are a lot of Antifa here, filming and photographing and streaming. It's starting to rain pretty hard, so that's super fun. Did not come prepared for rain today. Everything that's dividing our country today, ideas of racism, ideas of class inequality, wealth inequality, the ideas of rent oppression, all of that stuff, you guys, is straight out of the flat out, openly spoken communist plan. They come in and they divide a country in every different way they can. They try to take over healthcare so that you're reliant on the state for health. They try to make everybody into poverty so that you have to rely on the state for money and food and housing. They will come in and take over the school systems so they can indoctrinate your children. They will try to start race wars so that people just hate each other over petty little squabbles and think that you're in a tyrannical racist state. It's ridiculous, you guys. All these little petty things that the country's fighting over, we've been divided. We have successfully been divided by an outside source. Got to make some movement for like that 9/11, 9/12, the United We Stand energy we had after the towers fell. Just need to find a way to tap the country into that. I'm gonna go up here. What do you guys think? What do you guys think in chat? Let's see a poll. I go to an Antifa event and film. The same people that I help not get beat up do nothing or even take part in me getting beat up. What do you think? Yes or no? I get beat up, or they keep me from getting beat up? Antifa beats up their own people. A lot of them that have been on the ground for like months and months and months have been commenting on social media lately that they're getting threatened and harassed and targeted and beat up. I think even A-Rex was talking on there that she was in fear for her life because people were threatening her. Oh man, I should have stayed up there and got them leaving. That was dumb timing to walk away from that. You go have. I'm gonna find an Elmer's tonight and get a turkey dinner. I don't know if you guys are in the Pacific Northwest. I love Elmer's, such a good diner. But my favorite dinner meal there is a turkey dinner. It's really, really good. I'm gonna have that tonight. Get some vegetables in me. It's not very good. I haven't had one of those ocular stroke things in years. It's almost over right now, but that was like in the heat of it. The center of my field of vision disappeared, and all the outside of that started going psychedelic and geometric. I couldn't see people's faces. That was not good timing for that. Oh, sorry. Jake is over there reaming on Rosa. There's Omar Samari or whatever, I don't know his name. He's a big Twitter Tifa press.
I need to stop you right there. You said almost all Portland. How many buildings are there in Portland?
Had 300 people in London. So you guys have been
How you doing?
to do terrorist acts.
Been watching for a while.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to see you out here.
The real violence.
Shout out to DK.
DK?
DK Records.
Oh, is that the Antifa or Black Lives Matter out of Seattle?
He's a restreamer.
Yeah? Okay, right on.
Yeah, he's one of the good ones.
Oh, cool. Nice.
And Steve, calm down. Stay out of your chat if you're going to restream.
What's your name?
Jim.
Jim? Rebel.
Call for violence a lot. And honestly, we would stand
Rebel.
you do because you refuse to condone it.
Yeah, they're too focused on this right now.
Bunch of Nazi, isn't that violence?
Jim says Steve needs to calm down. PT.
We're over the police.
You ever watch his streams?
Wait,
PT News Network?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I thought you watched them more.
Not one of us is standing here fucking.
I said
I'm
really radicalizing Jakey boy here.
I'm not on Facebook.
No, I mean it's more than just me. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I can't.
He's
stand with you guys
YouTube.
because
He's
you
a
guys
restreamer.
commit terrorist acts and you intimidate and hurt normal people. And I can start naming people. You guys on film. I watched you 2 or 3 different streamers filming you guys beating the shit out of an old lady, 65 plus.
Oh,
2 different times. 2 different times. And then you dumped paint on her and it got in her fucking eye.
That wasn't even paint. That was a bucket of glue.
That was recently arrested at the Red House. Was that you?
No, I don't think so. But
No, the other
you
chick
see what
had
I'm
tattoos
saying?
all over her.
You guys have a history. You have been known to do certain things.
Whenever you get a
we
group of
could
people
never
together-
side with someone like that.
Okay.
And we want help for this kind of shit. Would you guys not love to fucking march in there and fucking take this bitch over?
No, we're not marching with you. That's all.
I mean well, I understand, but theoretically, if you guys wouldn't have done what you've done, we could have combined forces and taken this bitch over completely. Not this piss poor pussy show.
The thing is that.
But we can't ever go with you, ever.
But that's the thing.
Because
it's like a lot of the things that you're claiming that it's like an Antifa thing, right? It's the same thing that the Proud Boys and other patriot groups do when they get together. In DC, people were just literally getting assaulted. You were down there. You had to.
Two Proud Boys got stabbed. Two Proud Boys got stabbed. Three Proud Boys got stabbed.
You have to understand.
Sent to the hospital with life-threatening.
If you straw for a street fight,
you have to understand is that that's not an issue with either Antifa or with patriot.
Let me ask you this.
That's an issue with.
Let me ask you this.
People, because
you want to know the
group
difference?
Of people, there's going to be a number of idiots in there.
Cowboys was
and
great.
we're not even like that. Not even like that.
The
Because there's those
group
people.
called
But there's also a number of
Antifa.
people that are just more inclined towards.
I can
taking
agree.
violent acts.
I can agree.
No,
Both sides are
Cowboys-
violent. Here's the difference.
Cowboys reacted to Antifa.
Exactly.
Cowboys
That's
wasn't
the difference.
created to Antifa. It was a reaction to Antifa.
Why did you guys show up in DC? Because you knew there was a million mega marks. Say it.
Hold on.
Say it.
I didn't hear what you said, but give me one second.
I'm gonna make that fact.
If you're gonna make that statement,
make that
then
fact.
you're only taking into account the time since George Floyd's murder.
No, I'm not.
If
No,
you
I'm
look
not.
at the
No,
actual
I'm not.
history, the Proud Boys and everything, all those groups, they literally have started, just to start these fucking.
I was around
movements.
doing this shit. I watched your guys' revolution fucking grow into the fucking shit show that it is today. I've been around since 2015 doing this fucking shit. You ain't fucking fooling me. Before the Proud Boys was fucking famous, back inside of 2017,
You guys have always
their
been
reaction
violent.
was to Antifa attacking Trump supporters at rallies. That is why they showed up. Berkeley, when they fucking had all the fucking riots there at Berkeley, it was Antifa attacking Trump supporters that warranted the reaction of the Proud Boys, who were originally a drinking club, to come out and say, hey, it's time to smash commies.
It is. You laugh.
You're laughing like
Here's
I'm
the
fucking.
difference.
You're laughing like this is a
Here's
fucking
the
joke. I'm
difference,
dead
Rosa.
serious.
Here's the
we're over
difference.
where the police
So,
just evacuated.
Patriots show up. Proud Boys show up. Antifa
Are you
calls
are
for
you trying to leave?
violence against us. They have flyers that go out online that they retweet. They
All
call for smashing our heads into the pavement. We never do that.
Been around for a while.
Ever.
Will you condemn those actions?
Yeah.
I can pull up 10 of them on my phone and have them see.
All right, I'll come over there in a minute.
Condemn those
Send them
actions.
to me. I want to
Okay.
see that. I want to. I'm the kind of person. I'm not gonna put myself in an echo.
The
Send it
most
to me.
recent one was fucking Olympia. You guys called to come and smash our fash faces into the pavement. Quote unquote, in the fucking flyer. That is unacceptable.
What happened was
And if
someone
that's
got
from
shot.
Because
Olympia,
we're
then it's
there.
not even anyone
And
from
here's the
Portland.
best part. Here's the best part. So if we were there for like, you know, to smash your face in the concrete, that'd be one thing. But that's not the case. What ends up happening is we go for a lockdown, or we go for it in the lockdown, in the mask mandates, and you guys show up to smash our face in because you don't agree with our political view. That's fucked up, dude.
Hey, listen, I was trying to find the preacher too, man.
He's down there somewhere.
Yeah, he's down there.
Hey, you got a lighter?
Yeah, I do. Doing an interview. Let me get it.
Oh yeah. Can you see the difference though? Please tell me you see that. I understand you like the idea of anti-fascism, and I
We're here because
understand
we want to go to work, man. This is open up.
we are here
Open the
because
state.
these people are tyrannical. They are locking you down too,
They're
not
very
just us.
Here's the thing, though, is I agree that they're tyrannical, but they're not tyrannical because they want us to wear masks and protect our fellow
It's not
Americans.
just
man.
masks.
They're
It's
tyrannical
not- you
because
guys
they're
are-
murdering black people in the streets at a higher
You guys
proportion
are
than anybody else. They're tyrannical because of our immigration policies.
That
They're
doesn't
tyrannical
statistically bear out.
because of how
Statistically,
LGBT
that's not
minorities
true.
have been subjugated in this country as well. That is what makes them tyrannical.
Statistically, it's not true, though.
the mask. The
Well,
things that
here's
we're
the thing
fighting
is
for are
we're
what makes
not
them tyrannical.
Rosa, we're not here because of the mask. We're here because of the lockdowns in general. The lockdowns do
We all
not
wanna go to
work.
work.
I
They have been
understand that, but if
known
we
not
would've
to work.
actually
They
had a
actually
response early
they
on,
have
we could
actually
be going
had
to work right now.
opposite effects
That's
of
not
what they were
true.
intended to do.
There's no
It is true. New Zealand
there's
just opened back up, and they
there's
wanted
no
to be free.
difference in the
And that's
U.S.
what we're
between the
here
states that
for.
locked down and the states that didn't, as far as disparities
Fuck,
of
I'll wear a
outcome.
fucking mask forever. I don't care about that. I want this dude to be able to open his business and fucking have employees come in and get paid. I want my grandpa, my grandma, my fucking aunts, my uncles who own businesses to be able to open their businesses and not have to worry about Kate Brown telling us that we
I
can't.
understand that. But do you
'Cause
want
they're-
those same family members to be dying of a fucking respiratory illness?
Where's the statistics that show
It's
that
not
from
happening.
the lockdowns? From the lockdowns has saved lives.
Have
Where's
you
the
noticed?
statistics?
Have you noticed
There
in all the
isn't any.
statistics? The flu is a 0%
Yeah.
this year.
And the cold.
There's
and
no
the
flu.
cold.
The flu disappeared.
Heart disease.
They're lying to you.
A lot of other things
You know how
too.
many people? You know how many people died of COVID on motorcycles in an accident? You lay a motorcycle over and you get rolled up and die? COVID, COVID, another COVID death.
That's not right. And here's the thing is like, if people were dropping off like flies, if we could visually see like ambulances fucking carrying people to the hospital beds to get the vaccine, I would understand that.
Like,
but
seeing isn't always the thing that makes.
Okay, but the numbers support that. The numbers support that. It has a 99.7% survival rate. I'm telling you, that's the fact.
But you know how many millions of people, like when you're talking about a population of people, a small percentage.
Got done with that. There's too many cooks in the pot there. Hello. I'm on live stream.
What's that?
I'm on live stream right now.
Are you live streaming?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, listen, man, you guys are doing a good job.
Right on.
You're trying to stay as neutral as you can. I know you've done that. I'm a cop supporter.
Yeah.
I support the blue. What I saw today kind of pisses me off. And yeet, I agree with you, Steve, although you're kind of driving me nuts too right now. There's a lot of emotions going here.
Yeah.
And the cops are not the bad guys. Right now, they've been reinforced by Antifa and stuff like that. They built up their forces. Look at the difference now in the last 206 days or whatever.
Yeah.
But the guys throwing stuff, breaking the windows and stuff like that, that's not it. All you got to hope for, and we've got a lot of options still, is that there are more cops that are with us than there are against us. I'm not sure with you which way you're going. You know what I mean? But you've been in the middle of some pretty interesting shit, so my hat's off to you.
I'm for the police to keep their oath.
Absolutely.
I don't see any. When's the last time you saw a cop risk his life to speak out, or risk his job to speak out? There was one in Illinois. He was like did that speech about his oath a couple weeks ago, and then Greg Anderson out of Seattle lost his job for telling the cops to start obeying their oaths.
You know, when you look at Vernon Jones from Atlanta,
yeah,
he is brave. He is standing up. He's a Democrat, and he's coming back saying, "I got an oath to the Constitution. This is wrong." And I believe that every cop, every deputy, every state police, every DA, and that includes these idiots in L.A. Gascon, you oath breaker. And I believe, I think the cops are going to stand up. Think about this. Every police union backed President Trump.
Yeah.
They believe in the rule of order. We're not going to go mob mentality. And if Pantyfon wants to play a game, there's a lot of us veterans, Marines, Coast Guard, well, even the Coast Guard. No,
yeah.
You know, people are starting to wake up. This isn't our battle yet. But are you going to D.C.?
I am.
I want to do a cross-country RV conservative convoy and all that shit with my RVs.
Right on.
So anybody that wants to do that, get in touch with somebody.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it, so I came up here. I drove up and I saw everybody breaking up. I want to see the conservative preacher.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the Black Rebel.
Yeah.
I wanted to meet you because I guess Steve and you were having a little tete-a-tete or something.
Yeah,
like that.
we have an intense relationship.
Oh, I can't imagine. Hey, Steve, thank you. You got me hooked on the live streaming. I like what you're doing. I shopped around. I've watched Woke, with the 10 different screens. And what you guys are doing as streamers is critical.
Yeah.
And if you can get some of these idiots to not be talking through all of the stuff, you know what I'm saying, and let the people see what's going on. I came up, I want to assess it in person and provide one more body because I think what happened in Huntington Beach last night, there's that group called Oreo Express.
Oh, yeah?
Have you met those guys?
No.
They're rocking it.
Yeah.
So you got the conservative black preacher over there, you got the Black Rebel there, and I'm the Jewish Nazi. I mean, that's how much it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm a conservative, and I've been called everything. So, hey, there's more of us than there are of them, and I'm going to let you go, brother.
Right on. Hit me up on my DMs and let me know about your thing.
What's the DM?
What platform do you use? Do you use Twitter?
I'm trying to get off Facebook.
I'm still in the Facebook jail for a couple days.
Yeah, me too. That's why I said I'm done with
Are you in Twitter?
No.
Are you on Parler?
I'm trying to get the Parler.
Parler kind of sucks, but
yeah, it's hard to figure out.
There's also, you should check out the Phoenix Network.
Okay.
Is it Phoenix? I think it's Phoenix Social Network. Oh man, I'm so bad right now.
But anyways, I want to get in touch with you.
You check out the Vikings platform.
I want to get in touch with you and some others because I did some fun stuff, and it'd be fun to go do some logistical support and some other.
Yeah, just find me on one of those apps and then send me a message.
I don't care which side you're on. One of the things that I saw going on up in Seattle, and the same thing in Portland, is now it went from the black trans lives matter and all these different causes. And I thought about this the other day, and I saw the indigenous cause,
Yeah.
you know, and Native Americans and all that. Well, what are they saying right now? We want the land back from the government, right? And they want it. Well, who's going to take the land back and give it to the indigenous people? The same government that took it from them in the first place, right? Why don't we take the land back from the government and give it back to the people?
Yeah,
so all these people that are saying anti-fascist and indigenous, we're going to take the property back. That's not how you do it. We've got to make these representatives accountable. They aren't our leaders. You know, one of the things that pissed me off that made me come up was when they announced on that thing, all subjects must leave. We are not subjects.
Yeah, a lot of people got pissed off at that. They're blasting bullhorns over there. I got to go catch up on that.
Go get
okay?
it, brother. Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, nobody liked that. That's all subjects must leave. That was kind of weird hearing them say that, call us that. We're subjects to a crown or something. I think that's going to be the most of it today. So. I think I'm gonna get out of here pretty soon, head home. Seems like a lot of the numbers disappeared after that. Energy's kind of tinkering down. I'm tired. Probably gonna have a headache now after that little eye thing. I'll stick around here for a few more hours. I'm gonna go up and bombard Sergio Omari. Is that his name? Amaris? Sergio. Try to get an interview from him. You're Sergio, right? Yeah. What's your last name?
Almost.
Almost?
Yeah.
Almost. I'm Villain Report. Are you Antifa?
No.
No?
I work for OPB.
You work for OPB? Yeah. But you do have like a really far left. Your journalism, from my seat, is pretty professional. As compared to a lot of. There's a construction Santa with the American flag over there. But you do have a really, really far left slant on everything, so it makes me.
I mean, they're mostly videos, right? I mean, I don't know.
But
slant videos.
Well, your titles to them, how you label things, like when there's something violent, you'll word it as though it's not violent, or when something's clearly a group of Antifa, you'll call them protesters.
Yeah, I call everybody here protesters also.
Do you? I've never seen your coverage of Patriot events.
Yeah, I've been covering those too.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I call them protesters.
Yeah. All right. I thought you were. Why did they let you film and march in their stuff so much then?
I don't know. I try to cover stuff left and right.
Yeah.
I think the simple thing that people get upset about is like, so if there's a.
I'm gonna put my thing to get better hearing.
If there's a protest, we don't say rioters like it's an AP thing. We say like there's a protest or whatever. It's just an AP style guide.
Take it out. See you later, man.
So if somebody throws a rock at someone, we say, hey, this person threw a rock at somebody. We don't say like, oh, attempted murder, because that's a crime. That's for the court and a judge to decide. We just describe the action. I know it's frustrating for people, but that's like AP guidelines.
Yeah. But when you do call something a protest that's not a protest, and it's an action.
So the police call it a riot. And
what about like a direct action?
Yeah, I mean, it's harder for people to understand direct action. That's like a protest term, so we'll probably just say protest.
Yeah.
But if there's a riot, we say police declared a riot.
How? I asked you, but I didn't really feel like I got an answer. How? If you're not Antifa, how are you so easily accepted into those crowds and able to be allowed to film everything the way you are?
I don't know, man. You got to ask them. I do my job kind of the same for both sides. I kind of just try to tell the story, and I think if you don't like the other side, you probably are blaming the messenger, but it's like we don't participate in the protests we cover. So, yeah.
I didn't at first, but I mostly I can't watch violence happen, so I stop violence. And then I also am lately getting pretty upset with the state, and I will give them a verbal lashing.
Yeah. You're probably best talking to protesters, not me, because we literally just try to show what's happening in a clear way. It's not on me to. Yeah. I don't protest on the things I cover.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and look through your thing and see if I see it in a different light now. All right, thanks for talking.
Yeah,
man.
Take care.
I 100% thought Sergio was Antifa. I still don't know, because they all say they're not Antifa when I ask them. So I'll have to look at his Twitter again later.
Oh, now you've done it. My car and my cigarettes way over there. And I remember when first time
He looks Maxer.
You Phoenix villain?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike Strickland.
Oh, hey, Mike, how you doing?
All right.
I've been like a hot mess lately. I still want to get an interview with you. Like we could do one kind of right now, but I want to get a good one with you, and thorough. But yeah, I've just been kind of chaotic lately. So if you guys don't know, this is Mike Strickland. He had a run-in with Antifa a couple years ago. He was doing a platform called Laughing at Liberals, where he would simply film the liberal protests and just let them act the way they want and show people how they were acting. And
I wasn't there to argue with anyone or try to instigate anything. I'm just like a fly on the wall, and I had filmed leftist events in and around Portland and Seattle for
When's the first time that they seriously attacked you and you got hospitalized for that, right?
Now that was not at a
flip around to get that wind in my back.
That was not at a protest. That was a separate thing. That was a guy. His name was Sky Fitzgerald. He's this documentarian guy who we caught lying to a bunch of pro-gun people in this documentary he was working on.
All right.
And when we asked him about it, after he was caught lying, his response was to steal 2 cameras from me and body slam me onto the pavement, basically shattering my arm, and go through multiple surgeries. Of course, it happened in Multnomah County, so charges were dropped on him. And I knew as the altercation was starting that if I lay so much as a pinky finger on him, who's a personal friend of the governor and several high-ranking politicians, I know I'd be the one going to jail. So I know I can't do anything to try to stop the guy. So that's how that happened. That was in 2015. And then the incident that I'm probably most known for was only a year later in summer of 2016. I was out filming a protest in downtown Portland. And you can go to my YouTube channel, Laughing at Liberals. You can see a bunch of the videos and all the fallout from the trial, because I'm just standing there holding the camera, a bunch of these Antifa guys. And this is before Trump was president. This is before Antifa was a household term. This is before all the riots, before violence was commonplace down there. This was the start of it all. Yeah. Because Antifa learned that they could attack whoever they wanted to in the streets by attacking me. And I'm trying to get away. I'm trying to avoid the conflict. They're still coming at me, and that's when I draw down on them. They all stopped at that moment when I drew. Thankfully, I didn't have to take the next step. So I reholstered after having the gun out for 7 seconds. Of course, I was a licensed CHL holder. I'd been through a bunch of the gun trainings and whatnot. And of course, my actions were solely in self-defense. But when the police finally showed up, I'm the one arrested. I'm the one hauled off to jail. The guys who attacked me are considered to be the innocent victims. My first-person video that shows the initial attack was immediately sealed evidence by the judge. The public was not allowed to see it.
What was sealed?
The first-person angle from my camera showed the initial attack. So the only thing the news showed was the 7 seconds where I had the gun out, because that's the only thing their cameras picked up.
Wow.
So now I look like the crazy guy. And again, I can go on for hours about this stuff. You guys can go to my YouTube channel, Laughing at Liberals, to see everything from the trial. I was denied all sorts of pretrial motions, which led to me basically being denied a jury trial. All sorts of due process errors throughout the thing. I was eventually found guilty of 21 counts after being attacked, trying to retreat, trying to avoid the conflict, not harming a fly, and acting in self-defense. 10 of those counts are felonies of unlawful use of a weapon, and then 10 misdemeanors of menacing and 1 count of disorderly conduct. The violent thugs who attacked me are considered to be the innocent victims, and I continue to fight my case all through the appeals, and it is now going to the federal Supreme Court.
Did you spend jail time?
Oh yeah.
How long were you in jail?
So, the night that it all happened, after being transferred around through different cruisers and SUVs, I was finally booked into jail, and they booked me on 2 misdemeanor charges, 1 menacing and 1 disorderly conduct. They let me go on recognizance with orders to show up at 2 o'clock for the arraignment. So that morning I had secured an attorney, and we show up for the arraignment. And then this DA gal, Kate Molina, she pulls out this phony police report that I didn't even know existed, filed by this guy named John Slaughter, who I hardly even know. He's some guy who got in my face screaming and yelling at me at the vigil from the Orlando nightclub shooting, which was about a month before all this happened. And so he files this police report claiming that I'm sending him race-based threatening text messages and voicemails, that I have ties to white supremacist organizations, and that I drove by this guy's house with my hand in the shape of a gun pointing towards him. I hardly even know who this guy is. I don't care who this guy is. At least I didn't up until that moment. So this DA gal, Kate Molina, she pulls this out in the middle of court, reads this out loud as if it were fact in front of a judge, with all the TV cameras rolling, and she uses that as justification for now charging me with 2 felony charges of unlawful use of a weapon, throwing me in jail on a $250,000 bond. Remember, I haven't harmed a fly throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
I was the one harmed. I'm the one who further harmed was intended against. I was the one trying to get away from the fight. So now the headlines turn into, man who pulled a gun on protesters has history of racist threats. Like, what?
Yeah.
So that was basically used to taint the jury pool, because that's what was broadcast all through the media for months on end. And so when I motioned for a change of venue before the trial, based on the DA's own false words about me, we were denied that motion, which effectively denied my right to a fair trial by a jury, and we ended up having to go with a bench trial.
Wow.
So I was initially in jail for 11 days, and enough people were up in arms about all this. Oregon Firearms Federation, Lars Larson, all sorts of activists, that enough funds were raised to get me bailed out and get the attorney bills paid for and whatnot. So I was out on bail. Part of my pretrial release orders were that I could not go to any political events, I could not go on Twitter, I could not post any videos on YouTube, I could not talk to media, and
That's
I could
crazy.
not blog.
How are they allowed to do that? You don't have the First Amendment now.
Right. They effectively banned me from doing the First Amendment at that point.
That's insane.
And my first-person video was ordered as sealed evidence by the judge, so the public couldn't see what really
That's
happened. So the entire narrative that's out there was put on by the guys who attacked me,
Yeah.
who are saying that I pulled the gun first, and they had to attack me to pull me out of the crowd, which is the complete opposite of how the timeline happened.
That's
They
crazy.
attacked me, I tried to get away, then I did.
So you spent just a total of 11 days in jail?
Then after the trial, again, I was found guilty of 21 counts. There were all sorts of due process things, starting with the denial of change of venue there. Only 2 of the 10 alleged victims were ever identified, ever came forward, ever testified. 8 of these people who they're claiming that I unlawfully used a firearm against, they were never identified. I was denied
I'm gonna
my
have to
rights.
cut this short. My ride's leaving here, but
All right.
for like 30 seconds to wrap up real quick. How much time did you spend in jail total?
30 some odd days, 36 days.
Okay, just a little over a month. I was under the impression that you'd spent a year in jail for some reason.
No, I could have been sentenced to 50 years.
When does that's so crazy. When does your trial go to the Supreme Court?
We're working on the petition of the Supreme Court right now because
Oh, it hasn't
our
been accepted
appeal has
yet.
been denied by the Oregon higher courts.
Okay, all right. I thought it was already set up, so you're trying to go to the Supreme Court.
Yes,
Okay.
we're working on the petition for them, and the appeals process is a whole different animal because you're not necessarily re-arguing guilt or innocence.
Yeah.
You're bringing up errors that were made at the trial
Yeah.
level that affected the outcome of the trial.
All right, I've got to get out of here.
Yeah, good meeting you.
Nice to meet you, and I'll reach out to you. We'll do a more thorough interview. All right. There's Patriot Santa there. I got to find. Hey man, where you at? I'm ready to go too. I'm over by the tents, but where are you at right now? Head further away from the Capitol building. Which corner? Where the police were? Where yeah, that's not making sense to me, man. So the corner where the giant police vehicles were? Okay, I'll walk down that way. Thanks, man. Excuse me, sorry. I would like to stay longer and stream some more. I would like to talk to Michael a little bit longer. Would like to get a private with Rosa, but my ride's leaving, so I got to get out of here. Can I get my jacket from you? I'm gonna get out of here.
It's right in the back of I think it's on the back seat of the car.
Okay. Is that it right there? Okay. Thank you. Okay. Keep the license plate off of here real quick. We'll run across the street real quick. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna get out of here. Most of the shenanigans is over. People are just hanging around talking now. I'm gonna get my ride home, go get me a healthy dinner tonight, and go get some groceries, some healthy groceries, get my my nutrients. So I'm gonna go ahead and check out here. I'll get on, I don't know, not sure if I'm gonna get on anything later, but thanks for watching, guys. Villain Report is out.